Alrighty then, here we are. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 459. Let's talk about inciting incidents. There's Stanley. And I'm back home after that brief writing journey to Las Vegas. Because, of course, anytime we can go to Vegas, we do. All right, inciting incident. That's the event that sets the plot into motion. It's where there's a significant change in what the character's doing and sets them on this new path, this new journey. The inciting incident, some people say it has to happen early. Other people says it has to happen on the first page. It has to happen when it needs to happen while the reader is still hooked and reading. So you read Harry Potter, the first one. He lives at number 4 Privet Lane. It's very normal. Thank you very much. So that's the challenge. That's the hook that sets you. Says, whoa, what do you mean? It's normal. And no, it's really normal. Okay, are you sure? And then it goes through all this other stuff. So by the time Hagrid says, you're a wizard, Harry, that is what changes the trajectory of the story. But that's on page 39. You've already seen all this other stuff. And it's like, hey, there's weird stuff happening. And why? And it makes you question what's going on until you get that inciting incident. Changes the trajectory, and then all of a sudden, revelation, Harry is now on his new path of being and training as a wizard. Looking at my own books, that change in trajectory, like some of the military sci-fi. Okay, the team's doing what they're doing, but then all of a sudden, hey, the ship's alive. When they had been exploring Rex, and that happened in, that happened like the 3rd chapter. But all of the other stuff leading up to it was critical character building that kept the readers hooked. Except that one guy who said it was a stupid story, and he stopped reading in chapter 1. His loss. Hang on just a second. I've got a scratchly throat because of changing climates. It was like 9% humidity in Vegas. All right, up front, better early. Don't wait until the end of the book and think you're going to write it then, inciting incident, because now all this interesting stuff, and then you're going to get it in the next book. Readers are already long gone by then. So inciting incident early, because that sets that trajectory, and that's where you want to take your readers. That's the journey that is unique for your story. Sometimes it's in the blurb. You get it in there, and that's the trajectory change. So if people were gripped by the cover, moved into the blurb and read more, the blurb makes the sale. Trust me on this. The blurb makes the sale. So in the blurb, it's like, hey, Harry Potter finds out he's a wizard. Okay, wow, how's that work? And then you're reading through it. So you already know, because kind of why would you read the book otherwise? Just interesting stuff. Number 4 Privet Lane. Who cares about number 4 Privet Lane, even if they do think they're normal, even though they may not be? You keep reading because, hey, he's a wizard going on a big journey. And he's the chosen one, too, that you find out even later. And that's like a sub-inciting incident. The chosen one. Hook the readers, keep them reading. The inciting incident isn't necessarily the hook. That hook, number 4 Privet Lane, thank you very much. That's the hook that keeps you reading. Now, you have to set the hook in the first chapter, or in that first page, the first paragraph, and even the first sentence. You've got to have something that makes the reader keep reading. It makes them want to know something. It sets up for the inciting incident. So the inciting incident, I would say you need it in the first, second chapter, somewhere soon, somewhere close, unless you've got all this other stuff going on that keeps the reader reading until then, because then I want to go on this journey with this guy. It's not a cliffhanger. Don't draw it out as, there's something going to happen. Something's still going to happen. It's still going to happen. Once again, as you would do in ad copy. Ad copy is, do you really want to know this? Put that checkbook away. There's more. It keeps you coming back and back. But there's only so much of that you're going to do before you're going to bail. Because, okay, you're not telling me. I want to know, and you're not telling me. You're dragging it out too long. So it's not a cliffhanger. It's a setup. You set that up until you deliver that whiz-bang, holy cow, course change. And then you move on. In my notes, I put in a link to the Reedsy blog where they discuss this. And it's a great overview of inciting incident. It's nothing to get twisted up about, but it is one thing that you have to have in every book. It's the change that then sets the character on their journey. Whether it's a journey, whether it's an adventure, whether it's a mystery. Mystery is what? You got to kill the person in the first chapter. The inciting incident. This person dies. What makes it different? Inciting incident, and move forward. So, there you are. My thoughts on inciting incidents. Early. Doesn't have to be first chapter, first page. But you need to set that hook and make sure your story is interesting leading up to that. So you've set all this scene, you've established the scene, you've built the characters, you made the characters interesting and relatable, and then inciting incident. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with my new buddy, and we're going to go on this trip. I'm going to go with my boyfriend, and we're on this trip. You do what you do it because it's interesting. Inciting incident launches them. It's like the starter's pistol on a race. All right, there you go. I'm rambling now. All right, peace, fellow humans.